Hey guys, it's Scott from Throughout the Girl Podcast, and welcome to another edition of Getting Scott Headed, our weekly rant series where I rant about a different movie, TV, entertainment, or pop culture related topic. This week I'm talking about why everybody should watch Legion. Legion just wrapped up its second season this week, and it was just such a great season finale. I just had to talk about why I love this show so much and why I think everybody who has a TV and an internet connection should watch this show. It's so great. I love this show. Since the first episode came out, I have really loved it. As I said before, I've never really read any comic books, but I had an idea of who Legion was based off of just some YouTube videos and different things that I caught up on before the show had started. So I was kind of interested, but I didn't know much about it. And that's what I really like about the show, is that I'm able to learn a little bit about Legion and this character without having this foreknowledge, like the different DC characters and different Marvel characters, so I already know a little bit more about because I grew up with cartoons about them. So it's really interesting to get a new dynamic on a new character who I've never really learned anything about, but who's also connected to characters who I do know about. And this show just, ever since its beginning, I've just freaking loved it. Like I already said, it just started off so great. It's such a mind-bending and brilliantly written, designed, and like shot, everything that you do with a TV show, this thing does well. It's just such great like TV. It makes you think so much. It makes you rethink everything. It teaches you about these different ideas of how ideas are created, and about delusions and truths and half-truths and different things like that, about perspective, all these different things that have to do with the mind, because it's about a character who suffers from multiple personalities, and he doesn't even really know. He's not even sure. He thinks it. He doesn't think it. It's so confusing. And at the same time, he has the ability to shape reality in any way he wants. All he has to do is know that think and believe that he can, and he can do it. And it's just so great. And it's not just a great superhero TV show, which is a lot of the things I've already talked about, but it's great TV in general because it's not superhero-y. It's very sci-fi if you're gonna put it anywhere, really. It is a comic book show, obviously, and a lot of the elements are very, very comic booky. But I think if you're not particularly a superhero fan normally, I think you could still enjoy this show because how interesting and how mind-bending it is, and plus it's short. It only has 21 episodes now after the second season, so 2 seasons, 10 episodes on the first season, 11 episodes on the second season. It's not much to watch, and they're just so great, and it's like each episode is like a little puzzle piece to the whole season, and that season is just a puzzle piece in another big mosaic puzzle that is the story that we're getting throughout this TV series. I don't know how long it's going to go, but we're definitely getting a 3rd season next year, and I can't wait. And I think everybody who hasn't watched this should go watch the first 2 seasons before the 3rd season comes out, because it's just such great TV. I'd put it on the same level as Westworld, Game of Thrones. I like it better than those 2 shows, even, to be honest. It's just so enjoyable. I can't even put it into better words, good words, proper grammar words, English, etc. grammar. You see how I enjoyed this show so much. It's just such a mind-bending show. I've said that a few times, but it's because you're sitting there watching the show and you don't know, are these delusions the character's seeing? Is it reality? What is even reality? Especially what is reality for somebody who gets to shape their own reality and the reality around them? It's just so trippy and great. It just makes you think about everything, and that's just what I love about a show that makes you think and that you can't predict. You can predict certain things in the show, like the typical, the hero versus villain kind of thing, but even that they put a twist on because this guy has multiple personalities, so you don't really know exactly where it's going. It's just great TV. Alright guys, so I don't know if you've all watched it or who's watched it, and I don't know the general consensus. I've heard some things, and everyone who's ever watched it that I know, I've heard online, has watched it, loves it, because it's just so great, and I think more people need to watch this show. End of rant, guys. That's all I'm going to say about Legion today. What do you guys think of Legion? Have you seen Legion? Have you not? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me this week, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, check out more of the rants and other stuff we do on Forgot to Grow Up. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, which is on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts. There's also links down in the description below where you can click and subscribe to that as well. Thanks for joining me again this week, guys. Have a good one.